In this video, I will be covering how you can invest in the stock market and passively make money. I will be explaining in great detail what the stock market is and how you can get started today multiplying your money. Let's get right into it. What is up, YouTube? My name is Axel and I am here today to show you how you can invest in the stock market. This is a subject the majority of schools don't even bother to teach, but luckily for you, I am here today to show you how you can get that coin. First of all, let's start off with what the stock market is. The stock market is a very general term that refers to all of the major markets and exchanges in which people buy, sell, and issue shares of publicly traded companies. Issuing a share is just a fancy way of saying that a company is authorizing its shares to be sold to investors. As in the name, in the stock market you will find stocks, which are securities, something that holds monetary value that represent ownership in a company. The amount of stock that you own is measured by shares, and you should think of shares as individual pieces of stock. Now, you should keep in mind, however, that not every company in the world is public and that you can't just go around and invest into every single company you see. Typically, only those companies that are willing to expand and bring on new investors are the ones that go public. Some examples of the most popular public companies include AT&T, Coca-Cola, Walmart, Tesla, Apple, etc. If you would like to find out whether a company is public or not, all you gotta do is search it up on Google. Now that I got all the boring stuff out of the way, let me show you how you can invest in the stock market. There are many ways through which you can make money with stocks, but for the average person that is not willing to devote their entire lives to the stock market, I would only advise that you stick to these two, that you stick and learn these two, and these are capital appreciation and dividends. Capital appreciation is just a fancy way of saying that the market price of your stock went up. So for instance, if you bought stock for $10 and it went up to $20, you would have doubled your money. So if you had bought 100 shares for $1,000, your initial investment would now be worth $2,000, at which point you can continue to either hold on to the stock or just cash out. The other way through which you can make money with stocks is by earning dividends from the company that you own. In essence, a dividend is a distribution of a portion of a company's earnings. Why would a company pay dividends? Well, some companies just have extra cash of which they would like to use to reward investors for investing in them. The way dividends work is that you get a certain percentage of money for each share that you own. For example, Coca-Cola is currently valued at $49.09 and they pay a dividend of 3.34%. This means that for every share you own, you will earn 3.34% of the market price of that share in the form of dividends. So in this case, you will be getting paid $1.63 annually without doing anything. Keep in mind though that most dividends are paid quarterly, so this means that you will be getting 4 payments throughout the year, with each one being worth around 40 cents. Now you may say, oh my god, this is barely anything, and let me tell you, you are right to an extent. You have to remember that this is all proportional and that this is actually exceeding the inflation rate. Think about it. If you were to put $100,000 in Coca-Cola, you would own 2,037 shares and earn $3,320 year after year passively just by owning the stock. And you have to remember that your money is in an asset that is not only expected to increase in value, but also provide you with cash flow. Also, to make things better, companies like Coca-Cola increase their dividend on a yearly basis. This means that after every single year, your dividend payment will be higher and higher. And most people have what is known as a dividend reinvestment plan, which immediately after you get paid a dividend, uses that money to buy more shares. And that essentially compounds your growth and ensures that every single year, your dividend payment gets higher and higher. And just in case you forgot, this whole dividend thing is just a bonus on top of the capital appreciation. In the last 5 years, Coca-Cola has gone up around 20%. And this is after the whole virus thing happened. Prior to the virus, Coca-Cola was trading for around $60, which is 50% higher than the original $40 price 5 years ago. This means that if you had held on to this stock during that time period, you would not have only averaged around 10% year after year, but you would also have been earning passively all these dividend payments. And this is all meanwhile you own an incredibly safe dividend paying company that is unlikely to go bankrupt or anywhere anytime soon. Now my friends, I hope all this information has gotten you a bit excited. If it did, good. Now, these are 3 things that you must do before you start investing for capital appreciation and dividends. Number 1, be continuously learning. I advise you to go check out all of the stock market and personal finance related channels. And I urge you to subscribe to my channel, as it is, in my unbiased opinion, the best one there is. You should also pick up some books. If you want to learn more about the stock market, I advise you check out The Intelligent Investor by Ben Graham and One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch. However, if you're a complete beginner and this is the first time you've heard about the stock market, you should instead try and read Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki and Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins. I will leave a link to them in the description, and yes, it is in fact an affiliate link. Why? Because your boy right here is trying to get that bag. So if you're going to buy those books, please use those links in the description. Second thing you must do is get money and invest it where it is going to be the most profitable. Listen, I know the whole stock market thing is a great idea, but unless you're Warren Buffett, you're not turning $100 into $5 million anytime soon. So I would advise you that if you have below $500, to put that money towards something that will generate you a greater return. You can try selling candy in school or mowing lands. If you want a great how to sell candy in school video, just check out my channel. Real ones know that I'm OG in that game. And third and last thing, if you don't care about my advice and all you want to do is just get started with the stock market, go and open a Robinhood account. This is by far one of the best brokerages. There is no commission, and it is very suitable for beginners. However, do not take this as financial advice. That is your money. You do whatever you want. This is just for entertainment purposes. One last thing before you go. I know I made investing seem like this incredible thing where you can only make money, but let me tell you something. Investing, there's a whole lot of things wrong with it, and it is actually a very dangerous game to play in. Keep in mind before buying any stock that you understand the company behind it. And please, 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 do not buy any company that claims to find the cure for cancer within the next month. And similarly, if you read about a company that claims to be the next Amazon on a CNBC article, do not buy that either. Only invest in companies that you truly understand and that you can see potentially profiting in the future. Keep in mind that behind every stock there's a company, and if that company goes bankrupt, you will lose your money. But if that company performs well in the future, you will make money. When investing, you should always understand what you're putting your money into. Understand the company, the ratios, the management team, the operations, the prospects, absolutely everything. Investing is not easy. Otherwise, everyone would be rich. But if you are dedicated and willing to learn, you can turn this into a very profitable hobby. Now, I truly appreciate all of those of you who are still watching. If you are, please consider subscribing, liking, and dropping a comment. Even if the comment is like a little crappy emoji, I don't care. It helps the YouTube algorithm, and you know your boy's trying to get that coin. So yeah, please drop a comment and check out my social medias, links in the description. And until next time, baby.